Hi, it's Danny from Danny Sports Bar here at Patea, looking ahead at the week in the world of sports. And this week is the week that the European football leagues get underway for 2026-27. And I know it's only been a couple weeks since the World Cup ended and the end of the 25-26 season, but we're already getting into the 26-27 season. And of course, we've already had some friendlies. We've already had some qualifying rounds for the European tournaments, the Champions League, the Europa League, and the Europa Conference League. But this is the week the first league begins. The first league, other than the Scandinavian leagues, have been playing all summer. But the first league starting the Scottish Premiership. And that will start Friday night. First game, Dundee United against Rangers, 2 a.m. Friday night. Then on Saturday, two more games on Sunday, and then the final game of the weekend on Monday, the defending champion Celtic will be home against Dundee. Last year in Scotland, it was a fascinating season. Normally, it's just a battle between Celtic and Rangers to see who wins the league. Uh, Celtic now won 56 times, Rangers won 55 times. Nobody else has won more than 4 times. But last year, going right into the final week of the season, Hearts had a chance to win the title for the first time since 1960. In fact, 85 minutes into their final game of the season at Celtic Park, it was a 1-1 draw, which would have given Hearts that title. But their hearts were broken. And Celtic scored 85th minute and scored again later to win 3-1. Celtic won the title again. And to make matters worse for Hearts, at the end of the season, both their manager and their leading scorer left to go to Rangers. Obviously, neither Celtic nor Rangers felt they had a great season last year. Both of them trying to get better this year. And when those two teams with their financial might are trying to get better, it's hard for anybody else in Scotland. But Scottish Premiership starts this week. Then the following week, we'll have the Eredivisie starting in Holland. Actually, this weekend we'll have the Super Cup, AZ against PSV. Ajax, of course, had a horrible season last year, and Feyenoord didn't win either the cup or the league either. So it's PSV and AZ in the Super Cup this weekend on Sunday. Next week they'll get going with their league. Then after that, we'll have the championship in England starting, along with the Charity Shield, Manchester City playing Arsenal, and then the following week, the Premier League. That week of the 15th and 16th is also the first league weekend in Spain in La Liga. However, Barcelona and Real Madrid, the two big teams in Spain, won't be playing that week because they had so many players in the World Cup semifinals and final that the league La Liga has given them an extra week before they start because the players needed to get a few weeks off in between the World Cup and the start of the following season. It's going to be an interesting early part of the season for a lot of these players coming back after a very short break after the World Cup. And the weekend after that, the final weekend in August, we'll have the start of the Bundesliga season. So the big leagues in Europe will all be getting going this month in August. That's a big thing going on in Europe. In Australia, of course, the end of August means the end of the home and away season in the AFL and NRL. And that means there are big games leading up to that end of the regular season all through the month of August as teams try to set themselves up for the finals in September. And we'll have games as usual Thursday, Friday afternoons, during the afternoon, all through the afternoon on Saturday and on Sunday in both the AFL and NRL. Also have some baseball this week going up to the trade deadline, which is next Monday night in the U.S., Monday late afternoon in the U.S., for the Tuesday early morning here. And obviously teams gearing up for the pennant race, the stretch race in Major League Baseball. This month will also be NFL training camps getting underway. By the end of the month, we'll have NFL preseason and even college football getting started. But that's a few weeks away. We still have this week the Commonwealth Games going on in Glasgow, and we have some snooker. We've got all kinds of other things happening. But of course, European football is a big focus for us, and we start this week in Scotland. Come see us.